Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Alexandra here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my December favorites. So how I'm going to show it to you is I'm going to get ready using my favorite products from the month. So let's get into this. I had two eyeshadow favorites for this month. The first was the Moodstruck Addiction Eyeshadow Palette #1 from Younique. And then the second was the Too Faced Best Year Ever palette. This one was specifically sold at Sephora, and I actually picked this up way back in October, and I really got around to using it more in December. The Moodstruck Addiction palette #1 is full of just really nice everyday brown shades. I like using this because it is just quick and easy. They blend nicely and you don't have to think about it too much. They all just really go well together, and the fact that you have a nice matte cream shade is just wonderful. You can use it to set your eyeshadow primer, to highlight the brow bone, to blend everything together. I think the only thing that some people would say this palette is missing is a nice true black. But I find that Forthright, which is this matte deep brown color, is plenty dark enough to deepen the outer corner or anything like that, or even use as a liner. So I don't have a problem with it not having a black. With the Too Faced Best Year Ever palette, I have just been really impressed with the pigmentation. I know sometimes holiday palettes get a bad rap for not being as good of quality as the brand's everyday releases, but I really enjoy this palette. I think some of my favorite shades were Spiked Cider. Up here it's this really nice caramely brown color, and then I also really enjoyed Faux Fur, which is a deep brown, as well as Pine Cone, which is this beautiful maroon shade. And then I had started to play around with Plum Pudding, which I'm going to swatch this one for you. It is just absolutely gorgeous. It is just such an amazing shade. I love it. The only thing I haven't really gotten into in this palette is the highlighter, blush, and bronzer, just because I have other highlighters, blushes, and bronzers that I've been enjoying more. I do like the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I can't speak to whether it is the same as the full-size packages of it because I've never owned a full size of the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, but I do like it. I think it's pretty good. The highlighter does have some glitter in it, so if you're not a fan of glitter in your highlights, that might not be the one for you, but there's a lot more to this palette than just the highlights. So I think if you're interested in the shadows, if it's still available, go ahead and pick it up because I don't think that you'll regret it. I really enjoy it. I think the packaging is also really nice. It's super thin, which is awesome. The only thing it's missing is a mirror, but I feel like for most people, they have mirrors in other palettes in their collection or wherever they're going to stay if they're traveling. So that's not the biggest deal for me personally. For eyeshadow today, I am going to use mostly the Addiction palette #1. I'm going to keep it really simple, and then I'm also going to just put one of the bold shades on my lower lash line from this palette. I think I'm going to use Chipper in the crease, and then Swanky or maybe Brassy all over the lid, and then highlight the brow bone with Elated. And then we'll see. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to wear today, but I think the shades I may look at putting on the lower lash line are the Plum Pudding or Trimmed, which is a nice green, emerald green kind of color. Another favorite of mine this month has been the Ulta Mattifying Eye Primer. This is just absolutely great if you want to cancel out any veining on your eyelids. I know I have talked about this in previous beauty videos. I just really love it that much. I got this a long time ago in a little bag from Ulta, and I've just continued to use it, and you don't need very much, so it lasts a long time. And I just got another little sample size from my aunt for Christmas, and so I'm super excited, but this will be the eye primer I'm using today. Alright, so before I do my lower lash line color, I am actually going to go and do the rest of my face makeup. And my next December favorite is my Makeup Forever HD Concealer. This is in the shade Y21. I really like it because it's nice and brightening. It has a good amount of coverage without being overly thick. It blends out really nicely with both a sponge and a brush. I highly suggest this if you're looking to splurge on a concealer that's a nice, I would say, medium amount of coverage. It's not super light and it's not super thick. I've never tried the Tarte Shape Tape, but I've heard that that's like the ultimate coverage. I don't think it'll be anywhere near that kind of coverage, but it's still going to do the job for dark circles. If you have lots of dark circles, you may want to color correct with a pink or a salmon tone underneath your eyes, but I thankfully in the last few weeks have not had as bad of dark circles. I think I'm getting more than enough sleep over this break, which is great. But this has been just my absolute go-to. I think today I'm going to just blend it in with a brush from Real Techniques, if I can find that one in my collection. My next beauty favorite for the month of December is a foundation concoction that I've been using. I'm taking my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 101, which it says is Classic Ivory, and then my Younique Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation in the shade Scarlet. And I mix a pea-size amount of this with 2 to 3 drops of the liquid foundation from Younique. I mix it on the back of my hand, and then I dot it on my face where I need the most coverage. I just really like this. It's, I would say, a medium coverage. You definitely will not find that all of your acne marks, if you have acne like mine, are going to be covered up fully, but it definitely evens the skin tone. It feels nice on the skin. I think it's a nice natural matte finish. It's not overly matte to the point where it looks fake, but it's also not dewy. If you're oily like I am, this is definitely a nice foundation combination. For the longest time I had just used this, and I think this is good too, but I like mixing the two of these together a lot. My next favorite is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. So this is a finishing powder. I got mine in the shade Light. Excuse me, I got mine in the shade Fair because I had seen some people who are pretty close to my skin tone here on YouTube use Light, and it was definitely still a little bit too dark. And I used this first underneath my eyes to set in my concealer, and then I buff on another powder all over my face, and then I use this on top of all of that as a true finishing powder. And I think that this has really helped me with my oil control. I get very oily in the T-zone, even on my cheeks where some of my acne is the worst. So I have really enjoyed this. I think it has made an incredible difference in the longevity of my foundation, and it has really helped keep me matte all day at work and just in everyday life. So I usually just take the cap off and tap a little into the lid. And then I have been taking this angled blush brush to set underneath my eyes because I think that it's just a nice size. I do tap off some of the excess and just kind of work it back and forth, and I'll bring it down a little bit. because I did bring my concealer down a little bit as well. And any of the excess that I didn't use at this current moment, I will use when I put it all over my face. I also set my nose with this because that's where I also put concealer. Alright, so my face is fully powdered. My next favorite is my Younique Moodstruck powder blush. This is a limited edition product and it is in the shade Serene. It's just a really beautiful light pink color. It has a nice sheen running through it. It's almost, some people might say, a little metallic, but I don't find on the cheeks that it looks crazy. I think even being an oily gal that I can use this, and I've been using it a lot over the last couple weeks because I got it for Christmas, and it's just been a really nice, natural, everyday blush. It's nicely pigmented without being overly so. So if you're somebody who's afraid of, you know, getting to clown status with your blush, this would be one that if you can still find it, I would highly suggest picking it up. Next, I'm going to go in and finish up my eye look. I think I am going to put Plum Pudding on my lower lash line. That has just been my go-to this month. I used Trimmed on the lower lash line right around Christmas because it's a nice Christmassy green, but Plum Pudding has been my all month long December favorite. I am also actually going to use this palette for my eyebrows today. I'm going to take my spoolie brush and dip directly into Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I just blow away the excess and then tap off any extras, and then I just run this through my eyebrows. For mascara, I'm going to be using my Younique Moodstruck Epic Mascara. This is a brand new tube of it, but I just had finished up my previous tube yesterday. I'd had it for about 3.5 to 4 months, and it had finally gotten a little too dried out for my taste. I think a lot of people probably would have continued to use it, but for me it just was to the point where I didn't love the consistency anymore. But when that tube was fresh all the way until about, honestly, a week ago with that previous tube of Epic Mascara, I loved it. It gives great length and definition to the lashes. It gives a little bit of volume. I can't speak highly enough of this mascara. I really don't want to use any other ones. I actually cleared out my mascara drawer of all but 1 or 2 other mascaras, and those are ones that I use for specific purposes like lower lash line mascara or a no makeup look. I just really love this mascara. I think it's awesome. It is totally worth the money. If you are looking for a new mascara to try out, I highly suggest the Younique Moodstruck Epic Mascara. Alright, so my last couple favorites of December are lip products. My first one is the Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer in the shade Peony. It is just this really beautiful, almost metallic kind of finish, and I was really impressed by the pigmentation, which that is a horrible swatch, I apologize. But it just looks so nice on the lips, and it actually stays quite nicely, especially if you put a lip liner underneath of it. And my favorite lip liner for the month I actually got for Christmas, and I've been trying to find a lip liner that was really creamy and smooth and has a nice staying power, and this one's definitely done that for me. It's the Younique Moodstruck Precision Pencil. This is the shade Prudent. It really is great for using with the Peony lip shimmer from Burt's Bees. It also looks great with my other lip favorite of the month, which is this lip stain from Thrive Causemetics, and it's in the shade Ruth. And I don't know, this feels so nice on the lips, and it's not sticky or goopy in any way. It has a nice amount of color. It feels great. I was actually gifted this product, and when I was given it by my family member, they told me that this company is more than just a cosmetics company. They do a lot to help women in need, and so I'm actually going to continue to look into this brand and learn more about what their mission statement is and see what they're really working for, because if they can produce great makeup and also do good works in the world, that is just awesome in my book. Today, I don't know what I want to do. I think that with this lower lash line, that's a little bold. I mean, for a day when I'm really probably just going to go to Walmart or Meijer, get a few things that I need for student teaching, maybe go browse my local used bookstore. It could be a little bit much actually to use the Burt's Bees lip shimmer, because like I said, it almost has a metallic finish on the lips. This Thrive lip stain is almost like a lip gloss without being sticky, so I think I might use this along with that lip liner from Younique, and I think that'll be a good, nice, neutral, everyday kind of lip combo for this Friday morning. So my last December favorite is the Touch Behold Setting Spray from Younique. I have probably talked about this in previous videos, and I have been using it for a little while, but this past month is when I have really noticed how amazing it is. I have been back at work at the movie theater, and in the movie theater you kind of get really hot and sticky because you're constantly around hot kettles and things like that, and you're just moving around a lot. I mean, it's super easy to get my 10,000 steps on Fitbit and exceed that at work. And so this has been something that I have been using to try and keep my makeup in place during those long shifts where I know that I'm gonna get hot and kind of sticky and sweaty. And this has just been doing an amazing job. It has also helped a lot with kind of settling down the powder on my face. And it's just really done a great job of holding onto my makeup and making my face look like my own natural skin again. Alrighty guys, so those are my December beauty favorites. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you would like to be notified when I post more videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when a new video is posted. Let me know in the comments below your December favorites. They can be beauty favorites, book favorites, just general life favorites. I don't really care. Just let me know what you've been loving this last month, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye!